Viewer beware. Hello and welcome back to Viewer Beware. It's the only show where we go over each and every episode of the Goosebumps TV series. The original one from the 90s, not this new Hulu one that I have actually not seen yet. But tonight we are watching Calling All Creeps. Now, school bullies are a pretty universal experience when it comes to telling a children's coming of age story, because all of us at some point have at least run into a kid that's kind of a jerk for no real reason.
Kids still bully you.
That may be true, but now that I'm an adult, I found healthier coping mechanisms like alcohol and gambling. They're not going to be laughing at me when I hit a 12-leg parlay and all of a sudden I can afford the top shelf liquor.
That's the spirit.
But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. School bullies can make you act irrationally. You can run away, you can fight back, you can do something you never even thought possible. And that's the story of Calling All Creeps. It's about a nerdy kid that's kind of pushed to the edge until he uncovers a world he didn't even know existed. Sure, we've seen it before, but have we seen it with multiple lizard head transformations? I don't think so. So my friend, let's crack one open and watch the story of Ricky Beamer unfold.
Do you see that guy sneaking up to the school? That's me, Ricky Beamer.
Ricky Beamer is just a normal nerdy kid in school, bullied by his nemesis Tasha McClain. We see him enacting his revenge plot on Tasha by breaking into the school and editing the school paper to dox Tasha, inviting all creeps to give her a call after midnight. Now you may be thinking, this Ricky guy seems like he's a bit unstable, basically recruiting people to assault a girl because she called him Ricky the Rat. And you would be right. That's overstepping just a little bit, but Tasha notices the muddy footprints and hatches her own plot.
Oh, it was nothing, Miss Richards.
The next day, Ricky is getting hassled by some punks until a guy named Wart breathes on him. Imagine the low self-esteem you have to be named Wart and have perpetual stink breath. Your whole life is a sham, forced to eat raw onions for a bit. Anyway, the punks make Ricky sing Mary Had a Little Lamb. While most kids laugh at him, a new girl named Iris introduces herself and finds him charming.
I'm Iris Candler. I just moved here.
I'm Ricky Beamer. I wish I never lived here.
Can't wait to see how he fumbles this one. At lunch, Ricky gives Iris some tips about the school, like nobody ever eats the tuna surprise. As the two find their seat in the cafeteria, Wart takes the opportunity to strike and trips Ricky, which leads him to revealing to the new girl that he has a revenge list.
Those guys are gonna pay. After Tasha, they're next.
He's one atomic wedgie away from buying a trench coat and telling Iris not to come to school tomorrow. Iris takes an interest in his struggle and asks about Tasha, which Ricky tells her that she's the one who started all the bullying, but he totally got her back with his newspaper prank. Or did he? Iris tries to warn him about the paper leaking his number, but he ignores it and gets several phone calls throughout the night from creeps.
I saw your message in the paper. I'm calling as instructed. I'm a creep.
The next day, Tasha reveals that she saw him at the school and flipped the prank on him, but unexpectedly, the punk kids bullying him are totally chill now. Turns out all of those calls came from those three who want the creeps to meet up in person. Later that day, Ricky is still upset about the weird vibes from the creeps, but Iris tells him to forget about it and go on a date with her tomorrow.
No, I'd love to. It's just that no one has ever... Well, when are you going?
Meet me after school tomorrow at the yogurt shop.
I'll be there. And Iris, thanks.
His hard luck loser charm is so irresistible. The next morning, Ricky is walking through the woods for some reason when he gets kidnapped by the three bullies from the other day. The bullies are immediately apologetic and let Ricky know they're sorry for any of the misunderstandings they've had, but they got his message now.
Please, forgive us. We didn't mean to hurt you.
You should have told us sooner.
The bullies then turn into aliens called creeps, mistaking Ricky for their commander. They have a plan to plant seeds in the cafeteria food to turn the whole student body into creeps just like them.
Commander, don't move. Kind of dry, but good.
At the school kitchen, Ricky is left alone to plant the seeds and confirm with the creeps that the deed is done. when he makes a plan.
Hey, tuna surprise. Maybe no one will eat it.
At lunch the next day, Ricky stands by the line making sure nobody eats the tuna surprise.
Iris, don't! No!
What are you doing?
You can't eat the tuna surprise.
But I wanted to try it.
Just take my word for it.
Are you still going shopping with me after school?
Shopping?
For the bake sale?
Look, I can't talk right now.
Fine, then don't.
Oh, wait.
And just like that, Ricky has officially fumbled the only girl to ever show interest in him. After school, the creeps notice nobody has turned into a creep yet, meaning Ricky sabotaged the seed plan. So they threaten to eat him before Iris shows up to save the day.
Commander Ricky, Sergeant Iris reporting for duty. I'm the second in command.
Iris claims to be the commander's sergeant and says he purposely put the seeds in the wrong food as a test. How this makes sense, I'm not sure, but Iris is being a ride or die for Ricky, and he should take a win whenever he can. Ricky, on the spot, makes up a new plan to put the seeds in the bake sale cookies. But while the creeps are mixing the batter, he takes Iris aside to thank her for bailing him out. Iris says she was on her way to find Ricky when she saw the bullies take him away, so she made a plan to get him out of there, but they're in a bind now.
But now what are we gonna do? What if everyone at school eats the cookies?
We'll figure something out.
The next day at the bake sale, Ricky is hoping to leverage his social outcast status to stop people from eating the seeds. But kids can't resist a free cookie.
Free cookies, chocolate chip, popping,
Ricky tries to make an announcement to stop them, but the kids call him names and throw things at him. So he just says, you know what? Eat the seeds. What do I care?
Enjoy the cookies.
Ricky, no!
You know what they say, Iris. You can't beat them.
No!
The ultimate fumble. Ricky, what the hell? A girl's finally interested in you and you turn into an iguana instead of doing anything about it? This man cannot cook.
Get him out the kitchen.
That just seems like a huge overreaction. And for what? Because kids call you a rat? That's not even that mean. When I was a kid, you got called so much worse.
Yeah, like or or
Well, I don't think we're allowed to say that on YouTube, but basically. But in the adaptation, the story is largely unchanged. It's mostly little cosmetic things, and the biggest of which is that the creeps kind of look like purple raptors in the book, and in the story, they're more like yellow lizard iguana people. So, you know, props for a solid adaptation. I also really like the characterization of Ricky in this story. He's just so angry and, petty that even when things are going right for him, he can't get out of his own way to kind of enjoy those things. Like, if Iris is so into you, why do you even care what Tasha thinks? On paper, it makes no sense, but in the mind of a disgruntled teenage boy, you can start to connect dots that aren't even on the same page. So we have our driving force of the episode, and that's basically just Ricky's anger. He's pushed by other factors and himself internally to a point where he feels like he has to harm other people, and the creeps just give him an outlet for that. And that's because he sees no other way out. He sees people pushing him into a corner, and his only way out is to harm people. And despite us from the outside looking in, we see multiple other ways he could have handled it, but in his own mind, that's his only choice. Also, the creep transformation looks funny, and I really like it. So for that, I'm going to have to give Calling All Creeps 3 bumps out of 5, a respectable score. Check it out. You will not be disappointed, especially if you are a nerdy teenage boy that has encountered aliens. So that'll do it for Viewer Beware. Make sure you stick around for the next one, and I'll see you guys laters.
Hello?
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as